Ismaila Sarr, come outside, my friend. Luckily for everyone, there was no bows having to be thrown. You are now also an official enemy of the Golden Sky. Get me undies off. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom. Liverpool have done it. We have beaten Crystal Palace. It has finally happened. We have conquered the almighty beast that is Crystal Palace under Oliver Glasner. It took us 4 goes. We've finally beaten them. Ding dong, the witch is dead. And Ismaila Sarr didn't even score. Come on, what a day. What a day. What a time to be alive. 3-1. This is the player ratings, of course, for that game from the Golden Sky. Let's get right into it. We have lots to talk about today, of course. Here's the lads who played in the game. But first, as always, to start the ratings off, it's the Muckery Index. Unsullied by sponsorship since its existence. Let's start off today with the Muckery Index because we had Muckery in this game, didn't we? Oh my god. So much Muckery, you would not even believe it. That goal, right? Daniel Munoz scores the most egregious goal I've ever seen. That's going to be in Premier League compilation videos for years to come. The most I can see it now. Sky will upload the video on YouTube later this week. The most controversial goals in Premier League history. This fella is chipping our goalie when he's injured. Is he having a laugh? I'm there on the preview saying he's one of my favourite players outside of Liverpool in the Prem. Well, you've been absolutely relegated, my friend. You are now an official enemy of the Golden Sky. Congratulations. You're the second player this season since the founding of the Golden Sky to become an official enemy along with Gabriel Martinelli. You are now also an official enemy of the Golden Sky, Daniel Munoz, because what do you think you're playing at, my mate? What are you playing at? Our goalie's leg has fallen off. His leg's off. He's had to go find it. It's buried somewhere in the Lake District. He's had to walk to where it's buried, find it, sew it back on, and in that time, you just knocked the ball in the net and you run off celebrating like you've won the World Cup. What the hell? That can't be allowed. Imagine if Milner was playing in that game. He would have clattered Munoz. Somebody should have hit him. Loved it. Loved it. Whoever that fan was who threw that ball at him and hit him right in the back of the head, get that fella, give him a knighthood. Just somebody, name a stand after him, build him a statue. Somebody's got to do something. That was top class. And thank God, Palace didn't go on to equalise, because that would have been Muckery so bad that I couldn't have even put it on the index. It would have been, I've had to create a whole new index to sum up the Muckery. But all I could think of today, with that goal and with the Muckery of today's game, there was a penalty given to us that was never a penalty in a million years. Madley is completely blind. We all know that. So that was no Muckery there. Just him being a daft bastard. But there was Muckery with that goal. And it's easy to sum up today. Bielsa hates Munoz. Because Marcelo Bielsa did not die for this. He's not dead. He's very much alive. But he's dead as a foot. Does he manage a team at the minute? In fact, does Marcelo Bielsa... Is he still manager of Chile? I'm Googling this. I'm Googling it right now. He's the current manager of Uruguay. Right. Well, if Uruguay play Colombia, best believe Marcelo Bielsa is going to leave one on Daniel Munoz. That fella does not take this lack of sportsmanship lightly. All right. He would have smashed him. I wanted to smash him. What on earth was that all about? But let's get into the players, because it was egregious. I was fuming. I was ready to get down to Anfield, start throwing hands like Muhammad Ali in his prime. I really was. But I didn't have to. Luckily for everybody. Luckily for everyone, there was no bows having to be thrown. I wasn't biting anyone's ear off. Instead, I'm buzzing. I'm happy. We're up to 4th. How the fucking hell has that happened? We're 4th now, apparently. If United lose, we're actually 3rd. So that's ace. 3rd. How are we 3rd? How in God's name are we 3rd? There must be something wrong with the table. But let's start today with the goalie. In the net, Freddie Woodman. I mean, just give this guy a round of applause. The Great Wall of Woodman. I mean, right, said Fred. I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for Milan. And I'm too sexy for Crystal Palace. That's what he said. Rocking up today. Full debut in the Prem for the Mighty Reds. Debut at Anfield. And he turns up and he plays an absolute worldie in his Silver Surfer boots. Did you see those boots? They looked straight out of Fantastic Four. Silver Surfer on his surfboard, just causing mischief, surfing through. What was the Silver Surfer's whole deal? What did he even want to achieve? Did he want to just make everything silvery or surf? I don't know. Great name for a villain. The Silver Goddamn Surfer. That's Freddie Woodman's nickname, the Silver Surfer. This guy is the bee's fucking knees, my friend. Amazing save. Amazing save. When he gets down to his left, makes the save. We go up the rim, we score instantly. He must have fell 100 foot tall at that point. Andre the Giant, I'm telling you, Giant Gonzalez. This fella must have felt like the coolest guy in the world. And then he makes another decent save a bit later on. Another decent one from like a corner. Lacroix has a header and he scrambles across and saves it. And then second half, he's doing his thing. Palace go through. It's the rat through on goal. Oh mate, I was ready to start fuming. I was ready to get really, really cross. But my mate Freddie Woodman makes the save and in the process completely blows his knee up. For some reason, like for a second, he's like dying on the floor. Like I said, his leg fell off, okay? And then they chip it in the net. The only way they could beat the Great Wall of Woodman was to knock the ball in the net whilst he was down injured. And that is scandalous. He would have never stood for this. He couldn't literally stand when the ball went in the net. I thought it was ace. I loved it. I loved the fun of it. I loved him being in the net and playing well. It was a really feel-good moment. I bet he felt good. I loved the Woodman chant from the Mighty Reds there in the stands. It was ace. I mean, what can be said? And Allister, I mean, the camera cuts to this guy after we score the second goal. He stood there applauding. Wow, what a look he's got going on right now. He looks like a bear hunter, an adventurer extraordinaire. Like he stood in the woods for months and months on end in nothing but a hammock and a flipping supply of knives and throwing ninja stars at animals to try and kill him. He has the most rugged, raw, animalistic look going on right now, and my god, I was lapping that shit right up. I was looking at the TV like, oh, this guy looks beautiful right now with the hair flowing and the beard was big and bushy like Ron Swanson in his prime. Wow, what a look from Ali. It looked like when Woodman was down, Ali was just stood there like a hitman, stalking his prey like he's gonna eat it for dinner. Woodman, it's got to be a 9 for Fred. For Right Said Fred today, it's a 9. The only reason he's not getting a 10 is because they did score, and that's because he was dead on the floor. That's the only reason he's not getting a 10 today, because that was flipping boss, that performance from Woodman today. That's all that needs to be said. Let's do Jones. We won't take as long on Jones as we have on those two so far, although he was class today as well, Curtis Jones. Another great performance at right back. Comes away with an assist for, whose goal was it now? The second goal. Jesus Christ, I've forgotten who even scored it. Isak scored the first, and then Andy Robbo scored the second. There we go. Jones is there, bombing forward. Don't know why, but he was. He was excellent at right back. Absolutely locked up Brennan Johnson. Making tackles, winning the ball back, interceptions at key times. Did have one error where we tried to play out, and he sort of, like, passed it straight to them, and then passed it straight to them again, and then they nearly scored. He knew what he did. He put his hands up. I can respect that. Listen, we all make mistakes, my mate, so don't worry. Just don't make them again. You know, that's the goal. Played really well. Got brought off to sort of shore things up at the end. I thought he was excellent today. For me, a solid performance. Gets an 8 from Curtis Jones, who is locking up right back at the minute. Playing really well at right back and deserves to keep his place there, to be honest. I mean, he might not want to play there, but I think he's helping us a lot. So, really pleased for him. And pleased to see it leading into wins. 3 in a row in the league for Liverpool. Who saw that coming? Right, Ibu, he was out there. Quieter one for him today, I think. Just knocking around. Just passing it to our goalie at every given opportunity. They wanted to get Freddie involved at any chance they could. Let's give Woodman the ball. Oh, Woodman's not had the ball for 5 seconds. Let's give him the ball again. That was a little bit annoying. Overall, we were pretty decent today. Like, not too bad. It felt more of a standard win than we've had in a long, long time. Those are wins that we'd have under Klopp, like, comfortably. We just know we were going to rock up at Anfield and we'd just win. And it was like, we just kind of forget about that one now. We just turn up, win the game and go home. And that's not been the case this season at all. It felt like that today, even if it was a bit nervy there for 10 minutes or so. Ibu just did his thing at the back. Can't really think of anything he did at all that was noteworthy in any way. So, at one point he did try a little pirouette and it almost ended in pure disaster. That was one thing. Never go full rhino. Let this be a message to anybody who I haven't said that to. Ibou Konate is a rhinoceros, and when he does things mental, it's called going full rhino. Never go full rhino. 6 for Ibou today. Just fine. Van Dijk, very similar, but slightly more involved in making a few defensive actions. I can think of, like, there was a couple blocks, one on Brennan Johnson in the first half when he sort of went through and Van Dijk just shepherded him wide and blocked it away. That was classic Van Dijk defending. And then there was the one where Sarr went through and Van Dijk, like, mauled him, just absolutely mauled his skin off his body, just clawed it off, and it wasn't a foul. He's amazing at doing that, like, fouling the shit out of somebody and not actually being able to, like, not giving away a foul at all. It's very good. You know, then there was a few bits where they'd play the ball through and we were sleeping a bit, Van Dijk included, and everybody was a little bit like, oh, suddenly Palace are through. That happened on the goal when Sarr went through and then Woodman makes a save and Munoz puts it in the net. All I wanted to see was, once Munoz had scored, it was Van Dijk's responsibility in my mind to go and absolutely welly him one. That didn't happen. Disappointing, to be honest. I wanted to see him walk out there. Once Munoz did that, you know, dip into your tool bag, you know, find a crowbar, find like an anvil or a pitchfork, just something heavy, something sharp, just throw it straight at him. Throw the ball, pick the ball up, take your shoe off, smash him with it, roundhouse him, whatever you've got to do. Get Endo. Endo was there today. Set him on him like a hitman, just mouth guard in, chomping away, just pure, just gum shield, nom 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 nom, all over Munoz's body. Just take him out, eat him alive. That's all I wanted to see, and I don't think that's a criticism that's too harsh. So for me, Van Dijk also is going to get a 6 today. Right, left back, the man himself, the absolute guy, Andy Robertson, who is having the storybook ending to his Liverpool career, and I'm absolutely over the moon for him. I really, really am. He's displaced Kirkes, which is A, a little worrying, and B, like, we're winning games, so I guess it's good. But he's playing so well. He played really well again today. Really, really well. The goal is the most unusual Robbo-level goal ever. First of all, why on earth was he up front? What in the blue crystal hell is going on where he's making a run through like that from a counter-attack? Like, what is happening? What reality am I living in where Andy Robbo is making runs on counters like that? And then, what version of reality am I living in when he's finishing them off as calmly and as crisply as he did? Oh my God, it was like watching Robbie Fowler. Just took it on his left foot, curled the ball, well, didn't really curl it, hit it across goal beautifully into the side netting. Goalkeeper, no chance. The manking goal, who was time wasting from 10 minutes on. I was like, them apples, my friend. I was like, them ones, get your hat on, lad. Come on. Unlucky, my friend. That one went straight past him into the corner, and Robbo was drinking it all in, wasn't he? And that's beautiful. He'll probably never score for us ever again. He's not been a prolific goal scorer ever. I can't see him scoring another one in the last, is it 4 games now? I can't see him scoring another one, but I was really pleased for him. He's had a really good outing there again, got his goal. He was hand of the year, ready to hear the chant, and he deserved every second of it. I hope tonight he goes home. He has a nice noose, fresh batch of Scotch tape to play with. You know, he's got a couple of Scotch eggs to tuck into. You know, he's got a fresh kilt, ironed, pressed, ready to put on. He's got a cold glass of iron brew. You know, what else? He's got some Scottish money that he can go to a shop and buy something with. And when the cashier says, you can't pay with that, he says, that's legal tender, my friend. Yes, I can. In fact, he'll say it in a Scottish accent as well, which I will give a whirl just for you all. I think you'll find, laddie. That's legal tender. There we go. That's all you're getting. I hope he's got all that going for him. I hope he cuts someone's hair with a pair of garden scissors, which is how I imagine they cut hair in Scotland. I hope he has the most Scottish fun night ever. Finishes it off with some haggis and a battered Mars bar, because he flipping deserves it. What a guy. 8 for Robbo as well. Fantastic today. Happy days. Let's go to Maka, who comes away from that game with 2 of the most egregious assists ever, but he's got them. One of them is a shot that's going nowhere near the goal. It's not even in the same stratosphere as the goal. It would have gone straight into the canal around mine. I'm telling you, that ball was going nowhere near, but Isak plucks it out, off the ground and scores, and Mac comes away with an assist. Unbelievable. And then the next assist he gets is a little cushion touch to Wirtz, a nice touch, and then Wirtz does the rest. So, okay, one assist that he definitely meant, one that he definitely didn't, comes away with two. I thought he played pretty well. One of his better games in a while, McAllister today. He was making tackles. Wharton skipped past him a few times like he wasn't there. That can be, you can come to expect that from Macca at this point in his Liverpool career because he can't run. But I was happy with his performance. I thought he played well. Not amazing. My socks were not, on fire. Is that the saying? No, it's my socks were not off. He didn't knock my socks off, and he didn't set the world on fire. I just merged those two sayings together. I can confirm my socks have never been on fire, actually, in any point in my life. Let me know in the comments if your socks have ever been on fire. And if they have, I am desperate to know why. Do you reckon McAllister's socks have ever been on fire? That's the question on everybody's lips today. 7 for Macca. Let's do Szoboszlai, who is honestly... This fella is having a competition with Allister for who can be the most attractive. We were all straight once, weren't we? I mean, we all were. Once we watched... Well, maybe we all weren't. I mean, I'm not here to judge. But when you look at Szoboszlai and you look at Allister, there's only one option. There really is. And it's just pure lust. It's not even lust. It's like a passionate love when you're looking at these two. Szoboszlai there running around that pitch. My God, if that doesn't get you tingly, I don't know what does. This fella is the main guy. I mean, the commentators there saying, oh yeah, he's arguably Liverpool's player of the season. Arguably, this fella is the main fella. He's the only one who can ever possibly be considered for player of the season this season. Brilliant today. Covering ground like you wouldn't believe. He's so much better in number 8. He's finally playing a few games there. Are you seeing what I've been putting down all season long? Again, I've messed that saying up. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because he should have been playing number 8 all season long. I don't know why we ever bothered with him at right back when Jones is the best right back since Dani Alves. Just put Szoboszlai in the middle where he's better than literally everybody who's ever played football. Modric, Kroos, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, flipping Rivellino, Zico, Socrates, Zidane. Any other centre mids, Gerrard, no, he's not better than Stevie G, is he? Let's hold our horses here. Lampard, Scholes, Roy Keane, they can't hold a candle to this fella. He's the main one. Seedorf, Hullet. I'm just naming any player who's ever played in midfield, ever. Szoboszlai would have him on toast with a side of goulash, which I'm not even sure is a side. Absolute top performance from him today. Dominated that middle. Would have liked to have seen him have a few more shots. There were opportunities where he has a chance to let fly and he doesn't. He's a little bit tentative sometimes to have a shot. Dom, just hit it, mate. Your right foot is like a flipping Exocet missile. Just let fire on the goal. Release the Kraken, my friend. 8 for you as well. And let's move on to Florian Wirtz, who had a bit of a weird game today, Wirtz, in that, he wasn't great, was he, really, at all? He wasn't, during the game, I wasn't watching it thinking, oh, this is a good performance from Wirtz. Now, he was giving the ball away quite a bit. He didn't do disastrously, but he wasn't, wowing me with anything. Again, none of my clothing was on fire. None of my socks were off. I was nicely even-keeled. And then, when I'm nervy as balls, my balls have I'm so nervy, they've travelled up out of my balls, out of my nutsack, right? It's the nutsack, okay? They've travelled up. They were sitting about here. Sort of just above nipple level is where my balls were sitting in those last 10 minutes because I could just feel Ismaila Sarr was cooking something up for me. He was cooking up a horrid, poisonous flipping soup that I did not want to eat one bit of. I could feel that equaliser coming. The sirens were ringing in my head. The PTSD of Watford and all the Palace bullying we've had to endure this season. They're scoring illegitimate goals against us now. Oliver Glasner's got TNs on with his suit. I mean, what in God's name is going on there? My God. But then, Florian Wirtz, when I needed him most, absolutely pops one. Benjamin Pavard style. Swipes across the ball beautifully, swerves it into that far corner. You could see it was in. He's away celebrating before the ball's even in the net. And Tommy thought, all I could do from that point on was drop me kecks, get me undies off, and whack him on the head. And that's 2 weeks in a row, ladies and gents. The undies have been back on the head, and that is all we can ask for, isn't it? If you didn't see that goal go in and think, right, it's undies on the head clock, then I don't know what you've been watching all season, because if you've been watching me, that's all you could have done. That's the only way to celebrate that goal. Get your undies off. Mine were my I hate Ismaila Sarr undies, obviously, which is a picture just of him just crossed out all over the place. I hate you written all over it. Wirtz scored, and that was lucky because he was on for not a great rating. Instead, he's going to get, let's give him a 7. It was a great goal, and it, killed the game off. Other than that, it's probably a 5 today. Right, Salah, let me tell you something. If there's any justice in this world, he has not just pulled his hamstring that's going to rule him out for the rest of the season. He has not. I'm not letting it happen. I'm not living in a world where Mo Salah's last game was him getting subbed off injured against Crystal Palace. I'm not having it. That is not the world I'm living in. He better play, even if his hamstring has fallen right off. I'll give him mine. I've got 2 that work fine. You can have both of them if you want. You can have them in the same leg. I don't need them. What do I need them for? To sit here and talk about him? I don't need my hamstrings. You can have them. I'll have cheese strings instead. It's fine. Mo, you can have my hamstrings anytime you want. Get yourself on that pitch on the last day of the season, whether it kills you or kills me. I don't mind. We need to give you a clap, my friend. A proper clap. You deserve it. Now, he actually played pretty well, I thought, whilst he was on, Salah. To be honest, he looked quite dangerous. He was beating his man. Brilliant when he goes down the line. He had one little battle with Camvo, who, by the way, looks like a really sound player, by the way. One battle, the ball gets knocked over the top, and Camvo sort of shepherds him out, keeps up with him for pace, and the ball goes out, and Cambo's there giving it the big one. Yeah, look at me, I'm dead strong. Next one, the ball comes over, and Mo Salah, who's about 5'1.5", knocks this fella flying. I mean, he sent him sprawling onto the floor. He didn't know what had hit him. It was like getting hit by a little tiny Mack truck, honestly, like a train, but like shrunken down version, compacted, vacuum sealed, and like just bullet train speed straight into Camvo. He was sent sprawling across Anfield. Salah played the ball across, and I think did we almost score, or did that lead to Macca's shot that Isak then scored from? I don't remember, but great play from Salah. Had a weird penalty shout where, like, I'm 99% sure Salah didn't even get touched at all, and the fella got the ball. That was dead weird. Don't know what the refs saw there at all. They're so clueless, the refs, aren't they? They are actually brain dead. Like, next year, I think we've got VAR to do corners. Oh my God, what the fucking do? I can't wait. Listen, I'm not going to ramble on about Salah for too long. I'm just going to give him, I think he deserves a 7. He played pretty well. And let's do Isak, who I can confirm touched the ball today. Get in. Absolutely get in. We can all celebrate tonight. We can all party because Alexander Isak touched the ball, and not only touched the ball, he had a shot and he scored. Oh, magnificent. Wirtz and Isak scored in the same game for Liverpool Football Club. This is what we dreamt of in summer. I had visions of this every week. I had absolute premonitions, visions from the other side telling me this was going to happen every week of my life. I had to wait until the 25th of April for this to happen, but they have scored in the same game. Isak's goal, was it scruffy as balls? Yes, it was. Do I care one little bit? No, not at all, my friend. McAllister has a shot. Isak saves it from going to Timbuktu, controls it up in the air, scuffs the thing into the ground, over the Mankin goal's hand, into the net. Happy bloody days, my friend. All I wanted to see was him do his little thumb thing. He didn't do it. That's disappointing, Alex. I've got to say, where was the thumb? I've been waiting for this all season long. I just walk around sometimes I'm doing this, right? You didn't give me it. Why did you not give me it, Alex? Why? Por favor. But he was better today. He was involved more. He had another chance where he got put through and he sort of bobbled it out. That was a bit unlucky. He should have done better maybe, but I was just nice to see him get involved. And the goal seemed to invigorate him a little bit. He seemed fitter today. He seemed sharper. He was running around more. He was making loads of runs. He could have been found a lot more times, and then he got brought off at the end. And I think that was more tactical than anything, but good to see him get like 75 minutes in the tank, and a good 75 minutes as well. Not going to go overboard. I think it's a 7. He wasn't like by any means doing things that were like, this is the Isak that we know and saw at Newcastle. But more positive, definitely getting sharper. Hopefully he can kick on against the Manx next week. A big one against the Manx, by the way. Cody Gakpo, you, my friend, are doing everybody a solid at the minute. And what I mean by that is, you're not being completely and utterly shite. And that, at this point, is music to my ears. It's like Christmas. You not playing crap is a win for all of us, for everyone involved. He's playing pretty well. Not amazing, but he's doing fine. Some nice touches, some nice flicks around the corner, doing his defensive side of the game well as well. Nothing in particular today where I was like, that was 8 o'clock, that Cody. He didn't gack anyone. No one got gacked today. He tried a couple of times. Unsuccessful gacks, as per. But he didn't gack us. We didn't get self-gacked. And that is all that matters at the minute. We are not currently getting self-gacked. Gacking is in limbo. And limbo gacking is what it's all about. At this moment in time, anyway. He's got green boots on. I hate them so much. But he's doing okay in them. So I'm not going to spend ages on him. We're just going to keep it low-key for Gakpo at the minute. He is not harming Liverpool. And that is a positive sign. So he's getting a 7 as well. I think that's fair. Right. Then the subs will rattle through these because they were all very, very non-impactful. Frimpong came on. The commentator just called him Ngumoa for like 10 minutes. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Just kept calling him Rio. What the hell? What's that all about? No headband watch. Pink boots, bright pink boots. All I can think of is Goldbridge every time I think of those. It's the pink boots. It's the pink boot. It is the pink boots. He comes on. He just messes around with the ball. That's all I've got to say about Frimpong. 6 for you, Jeremy, my friend. What else? Gravenberch came on. Yeah, he did. I was amazed he didn't start. I don't know what's happened. Like, has he lost Arne Slot's nudes or something? Like, Gravenberch didn't start a game under Arne Slot. What the hell? Arrest? Like, I don't know. We didn't. It's confusing. 6 for Gravenberch. He came on and did naff all. Gomez came on. He also did naff all, but he was there. Go Gomez. What a guy. I don't have anything to say about any of these. They were just on the pitch for Liverpool at a certain point in time today. They did about as much as me to impact the game. Go Gomez gets a 6 as well. And then Kirkes came on. Nearly gave me a fucking heart attack in the box and he just started doing pirouettes. My God. Clear the ball, Kirko, with your new haircut. Not a fan of the new haircut, by the way. But all I'll say to finish off as we're on Kirkes here is, Ismaila Sarr, come outside, my friend. You didn't beat me this time, did you? Oh, I won. I won for once. You did not beat me. I won for once. You didn't score. You didn't score, did you? You didn't have the last laugh for once. You're not torturing me. And oh my God, does it feel good? Finger fucking licking good. I hate you, Ismaila Sarr. And today, I have won. You have lost. 3-1 to the Mighty Reds. Kirkes, 6. Ismaila Sarr, 0. Okay, that, ladies and gents, is where we're going to end off. They even gave me a present today and didn't bring on a 5th sub. So I get a player off. Let's get everything off the board. That is the player ratings. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like on the video. We're trying to get to 35 on every video, so click that like button if you did watch and if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel as well. Help me get to 500 subscribers. That would be amazing. Liverpool are playing well. Let's keep it going. My God, podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. Thank you very much for listening. I will be back to analyse that game later this week, of course. Until then, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.